Hi everyone and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be showing you an inside cabin on board P&O's Iona. So we are on deck 15 and we are cabin 720. When you get to your cabin you'll have an envelope in here which will have your room keys inside. So should we go and explore? So as you can see, this cabin is slightly different to our other videos where we filmed on Arvia, is that this one is a square design, which means that instead of a vanity area we have a nice sofa. That sofa and this section here can turn into a bunk bed for 4 guests to stay in this cabin. You may notice these round discs down by the sofa. If you open them up, they are night lights for when they are beds. There's one down here and one at the top here as well. You will notice that we have put a little bit of electrical tape on it, as there is a bright blue light. So if you like to sleep in darkness, that doesn't help you. So we put a little bit of electrical tape on it, and it means that the cabin is nice and dark in the evenings. You may notice that we've got a table here that normally slots right into the sofa here, and if you've got a balcony or a window view cabin, you'll normally have one of these tables as well. It's really good for us because it actually provides extra worktop space, if you like, that this cabin is missing out on, and I'll explain that right now. So at the end of the sofa you have the tea coffee making facility, kind of like a vanity area as well. Like I said earlier, we are missing that vanity area in this, which is why we've got a sofa. Tea and coffee making facilities are good, that you get tea, coffee, biscuits. You've got 2 glasses there if you want to make yourself a drink in the evening. We've also got some really deep shelves here, which is a benefit because on other cabins the shelves are quite narrow. These ones are really nice and deep, which means we can store some stuff here, and most importantly the snacks right at the top. Underneath here in this cupboard here we've got the sort of mini fridge, so you can put your drinks in there or chocolate if you need to keep it nice and cold. There's a little shelf above the fridge, but just bear in mind that can get quite warm, so don't put any chocolate or anything like that on that shelf. We've recently been asked about water on board. The water in the cabins is completely safe to drink, so remember your water bottle, and that's where you can fill up your kettle from as well. There's also water bottle stations throughout the ship as well. Next to the fridge and tea and coffee making facilities, you've got a small mirror, so I think this is supposed to act as your vanity area that's missing from this cabin. You will notice that we've stuck a load of things to the wall. All of the walls on the cruise ship are magnetic, so we have these magnetic hooks, which means we sort of increase our space, if you like, things that we can hang up on the wall. We put our Horizon magazines, we magnet them to the wall so that we always know where they are and they don't get muddled up, and it saves space on the worktops. So in this square sort of shape inside cabin, you'll notice that the TV is on the side of the wall, but don't worry, it can come out really easily, which I will just show you now. And you can point it towards the bed, or you can point it towards the sofa. You'll see that the what we've got on the TV at the moment is the bow cam, and we are in lovely Olden. That means you can have a quick look to see what the weather's like outside. You can have a look to see what the sail conditions are whilst you're inside your cabin.
The TV also features movies on demand, TV shows, live TV, and an interactive map.
Moving on to the bed, you'll see that we've got a nice queen size bed set out, but don't worry, that can be put into 2 singles if you need to. The bedside table over in this corner will move into the middle, and this bed will go onto the side of the wall here. But just bearing in mind that'll be a small sort of gap in the middle between the beds. On the TV side of the bed, you'll notice a little bedside table. It has 3 shelves, and down at the bottom we've put the phone. The phone was up on the top, but you can move it down to the bottom if you need more space. That's where you can contact guest services, or you can order room service, or you can call other cabins if you're in a bigger party. Next to this you'll have some light switches. They control the main lights, they're light switches. And you'll also notice that we've got a lamp up here. One of these is a reading light, as you can see here, and the other one's just a lamp. But underneath here, which people forget about, is a USB port, so you can use that as a charger. There is no plug on this side, so if you need to charge your phone you've got a USB port here, or you have to use one of the plugs over by the tea and coffee making facilities. As I said before, if you were to have 2 single beds in this cabin, they'd move this bedside table and pop it in the middle of the 2 beds. So bearing in mind that this is the width of the space you'll have between both of them. Moving over to the other side of the bed, you will notice that you have a little cubby. You don't have a bedside table. This little cubby, however, does have a plug, which is different to the other side, so that's good to know. You've still got the lamp above, which has the USB underneath, and the reading light as well. So next to the bed, you've got the first part of the storage that we're going to talk about inside this cabin. This bit can be a little bit annoying, and I'll explain so in a minute, is that when you open it up, the quilt can get stuck here. So it's just a bit of an annoyance, basically. But you'll notice inside that there are really deep shelves. There are no drawers on Iona or Avia, so just bear that in mind, it's all shelves or a wardrobe. We have got a safe. This safe is not as deep as this. It's really, really narrow, so just bear that in mind. You probably won't fit your laptop in it or the larger iPads, but it's good for things like passports and things like that. On this type of inside cabin, you'll find the temperature controls right next to the bathroom. You can have it warm or cold, and more importantly, if you like us and it's too warm, you've got a nice boost button right here. And you'll notice that it goes blue to let you know that you're boosting. As we've explained already, we put some electrical tape on here because the lights can be annoying at night, but just bear that in mind. So moving on, we are going to go into the bathroom now. So as we come into the bathroom, you'll notice that it's really, really nice. It's nice and modern and light. You've obviously got the toilet. We've also got lots of shelving here, so ample storage for you when you're on the cruise. The mirror is really nice. It's got a light around the frame, so if you need to do your makeup or anything like that, it's really, really good. And you'll also notice that towels are provided as well. So you'll notice that the shower is plenty big enough. It has a nice glass screen and not a horrible curtain. 4 different sort of settings on the shower, so you can have it as strong as you like or not. There's also White Company products, so this is the Flowers range, which smells really, really nice. They provide shampoo and shower gel, and also hand soap for washing your hands. As we make our way back round towards the front door, you will see that we've got some hooks here. So these are permanent, these aren't our magnet ones, these are always here. Very handy, you can hang up your jackets and things like that. However, the only issue is they are right by the door, so actually they can your stuff can sort of get in the way, so just be mindful, don't put stuff that's too bulky on there. The good thing about this cabin, however, is that there's actually a light above the wardrobe. If you've watched our previous inside cabin tour, there was no light, so when you opened your wardrobe you couldn't see anything anyway. But we'll talk about the wardrobe now. On the outside of the wardrobe, you'll notice there is a full-length mirror, so that's really good if you're getting ready on celebration night. It's just opposite sort of half a wall, so in this cabin you might just have to open it slightly so that it points into the room so that you can see yourself all glammed up ready for celebration night. So as you can see, first things first, the light is really bright, which means you can actually see things inside the wardrobe, which is great. On the top shelf, you'll have your life jackets, and then down here in the actual sort of wardrobe section, all the coat hangers are provided. If you need any more, ask your cabin steward, they are normally more than happy to provide extra. And you can see down here there is some extra room. We throw all of our shoes down there, and one of our cases is down there at the moment because we didn't need it out. So yeah, plenty of storage there. So when you first enter your cabin, you'll need to put your cruise card, or another card that fits in it, into this slot here, and that will activate all of the lights and the electrics. You will also notice that there is this magnet on the wall here. So one side says taking it easy, so you can put that on your door if you want to let the cabin steward know that you're resting and you don't want to be disturbed. And the other side, which is quite important, is to let them know when you've gone exploring. That means that they will know that they can come in and make up your room for the day. So next we're going to talk about some general tips that you might want to think about if you're planning your cruise on board Iona. So first things first, we're going to talk about clocks. So one tip that we would advise is that you bring a battery operated clock on board. As smart as smartphones and smartwatches are, sometimes they may flip between time zones if you are travelling into different countries. So to make sure you're always on ship's time, we advise a battery operated alarm clock. The next tip is to ask your cabin steward for an ice bucket. So when your cabin steward introduces themselves on your first day, if you ask them for an ice bucket and let them know when you want it generally, so for ours it's in the evening, they'll deliver one to your cabin every day. So one thing we've noticed is that people often don't know where they're going to store their large suitcases that they bring on the cruise. So remember that they can fit underneath your bed. Thank you for watching our video of an inside cabin on board P&O's Iona. Please do give us a like and a subscribe, we really do appreciate it. As you can see, we are in the stunning Norwegian fjords, so we're going to go and explore that. Please do give those videos a watch too. Thanks for watching.